Let's take a quick look at the hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over something.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
That's the project branding logo that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over something.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
That's the project branding logo that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over something.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
That's the project branding logo that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the hopefully I'm all good, guys. I rolled over something.
Money work.
What's good? Mike's in the building. Welcome to another Freestyle Sunday, guys. Very excited to be on today. Interesting stuff to talk about. We have a lot to cover. First off, just wanted to give a big shout out to pretty much everyone that comes through and watch the live stream and show love and support. I can't tell you guys how much I truly appreciate the gesture. It goes a very, very long way. So just wanted to just quickly apologize just a little bit, only because, wait a minute. My mic is not close enough, guys. Hold on one second. There we go. Now it should be like nice and crispy and clear. Yeah, I can't begin to thank you guys enough for coming through every Sunday night and spend the time and just chat with me and kind of, you know, drop thoughts and opinions or whatever it may be. Always a great time. So it's almost like a decompression part of my week, I'd say my work week. So always really cool. But I wanted to apologize because I know the past 3 episodes has just been me solo. And as you guys know, we're coming from Thanksgiving, Christmas, whether you celebrate it or not. And then we have how do you call it, Christmas, and then New Year's, of course. So as you guys know, it's a very busy time of the season, and it's a little bit more challenging in terms of grabbing more people to come and be part of the show and interview. It's just the nature of the beast. So that's why I wanted to kind of make sure that I brought that up so you guys are aware. But we are going to talk about who we're planning to have on and the caliber of people that we're working on bringing on in the next up and coming live stream. So very excited. Trust me, stick around. You're going to see a new takeoff of the stream, or maybe even a whole new little studio setup that I'm working on. So it's going to be very, very cool. Super excited overall just to kind of do that. But we're going to do it what we do best, which is usually just give a shout out to the sponsors. But you know what? I think we're going to jump into the chat first and just greet people and say what's up first, and then we'll talk about the sponsors, guys. Always good, by the way. And I have a lot to talk about also. All right, here we go. All right, Life with Anna B's here. Of course, Wifey's always in the building to show love and support. We have Tweez Elements. That's a new name. What's up, Clutch and Anna B? Nizoni. By the way, Nizoni, you got to hit me up. You're one of the batch that's going to be here on the show, which I'd love to have on. You were brought up again last episode when we spoke and kind of chat with everyone asking about you and your bagger and stuff like that. So we definitely got to talk about your story about you hustling and busting a big bike like that. Governor D Nice is in the building. Also, always great to see him. Solo Rider is in the building. By the way, guys, I got a new haircut, by the way. Looks good, right? Damn, son. Sharp. And Sunday needs to last longer. Oh, my God. It's already a long week, man. Let's see here. Just took my bike out for its first real run since I flashed the ECU. I don't know why I never flashed any of my other bikes before. Yeah, it makes a huge difference, by the way. When you don't flash your bike, it runs a little bit leaner, a little richer and stuff like that. So it definitely makes a huge difference. I actually have to flash the Hyper, actually. I haven't done that yet. 2O Twansies in the building. What's good? Yeah, man. Let's see here. Bud Tussano's in the building. Then we have, what you sell out. Oh, my God. Ebe is just going straight to the point. He's like, what you We're going to hold up for that before we talk about what I sold out about. So we're going to talk about that shortly. Man, he wants to go straight to the point. I guess the thumbnail actually worked, right? It's not as bad as it seems, guys. It's not as bad as it seems, but we're definitely gonna get back to that. But some of the faces that we're intending to bring on for the next few episodes, guys. I have the manufacturers marketing, lead marketing are gonna be here talking about motorcycles. Some official brand representatives are going to be on also talking about their bikes and stuff like that. So these are some of the smaller things I'm trying to work on. And also it just requires a lot of time to kind of find these people and then of course say, hey, I am doing this, and kind of just walk them through the whole process. And of course they have to know that it's an environment that's conducive to, you know, what they do in the industry. Also, if it's going to be a well worth conversation. So that's taking a lot. So just a quick heads up, but we do have some really cool people that's going to come on. I'm trying to get more industry people that can talk about the inner working of the industry. So that's super cool and very interesting. I'm telling you guys, it's only going to get way better based on some of the people that I'm working with. I also have a gentleman that runs a really big scene in New York City where he kind of gathers all bikes. He runs bike nights and stuff like that. We're also going to try to get him on where we can kind of talk about, because he's slowly moving away from doing all New York bike scene to California. I'm seeing him moving through state to state. So that's going to be really cool. All right. So to mention that, that's some of the things that are going to be happening. So, but you guys know the deal. Always got to talk about our sponsors, motivationusa.com, guys, where I shop for all of my parts. By the way, huge shout out to you guys who's been shopping. At least I know there was like a little bit of a decline period, I think, towards the holidays. Of course, people are buying gifts for other people, and then it kind of went up again. So I know you guys made like a nice push, because I saw there was a difference in terms of conversion rate. As I mentioned before, if you guys are looking for parts for your bike or for yourself, and whether you're not even shopping for yourself, you're just buying parts for a friend, or you're recommending a friend, don't hesitate, guys. You could always just kind of share the link for other people that doesn't know about the channel or don't know about the live stream and they want to show love and support. You can always just do it in that manner and support that way. You have another friend shop with those same link. By the way, we're just taking a quick look at some BST wheels. I know carbon fiber wheels are super popular at the moment, and a lot of people are looking to get them. They are sold separately. I kind of figured I'd pull that up while we're here. You could pick your size, your basically a model and everything else. But again, these guys, oh, look at that front one. Front wheels and back wheels sold separately, just so you guys are aware. These are BST wheels, and you can get them at motivationusa.com, guys. By the way, everything that you see that's on my bike or pretty much any of my bike that's been built. These are all things that are that were contributed by motivation, or at least partnered with them regarding getting them on the bike. So always appreciate you guys doing that. It always helped quite a bit. All right. So where we are and what are we talking about tonight, man? Just a lot to cover. Hopefully the sound sounds good. Yeah, connection says good. Just want to, I'm monitoring everything at the same time. Hopefully you guys are aware what I've launched this week. As you guys may know, I launched a Patreon this week. And I wanted to say a big shout out to, let's see here. He was the first one to join the Best Man tier. Give me a second here. I do not have it right in front of me here. You know what's so funny? A mentioned to me immediately. She was like, make sure you mention this person. And it's like everything is happening at the same time. So it's like completely. Sweetie, who do we got? Who's the first patron? Bud Tussino was our very first patron. So he went with the highest tier. That's the tier that we're going to be giving away items. Just so you guys are aware, this is the tier that I've broken down. And it's just kind of like a very simple way of kind of giving back to you guys. But again, the Best Man tier, it's basically a wordplay on like friendship, like people that basically know me. Of course, you know, you have your coworker. You know how you work with people. They're just like your coworker, not really friends, but you're kind of coworkers, and you kind of coexist in a professional work environment altogether. And then we went with like a childhood friend. So that's your middle tier, of course. And then where it really shines, the Best Man tier, almost like you're getting married, like your best man. So what's interesting about that tier, guys, I could kind of highlight, is that, let me see here. We're gonna be doing a thing. I think it's pretty unique, and that's why I was saying, did I sell out kind of thing? And do you guys feel like I'm selling out by actually launching the Patreon? So that's the underlining part of this stream. So, and it's a conversation that's been coming and going here and there and kind of thing. And a lot of people has been mentioning to me, you should definitely do it. And I have never really had a specific mean of doing a Patreon without feeling that I'm not giving something enough to warrant. Because there's so many of the amazing guys out there giving like amazing prizes, like $50,000 motorcycles and everything else. You guys know I'm not in that bracket. So we're going to operate where it's nice and comfortable and where I feel like we can still give back. So the overall idea is to kind of, on the winning page, which is the Best Man tier, we're going to be doing a 4-time-a-year giveaway. Okay? So I'm splitting the year into 4 quarters, right? If you take part in that, you don't, this is, again, by the way, guys, this is not a thing where you must join, but if you do want to win stuff, of course, it's a great way. So I'm going to be giving 4 times a year. So it's the end of the quarter. We're going to split the year into 4 quarters. So we're talking about the first one I'm doing, which is going to be the one that's rocking right now. It's going to be a helmet. It's a premium helmet. Roughly, it's overall is going to be a little bit past maybe $1,200 giveaway. Helmet and gloves, and then a Pro Tent shield, right? Actually, no, I don't think, did I do the gloves yet? It's the transition shield, a premium carbon fiber helmet, and you're also going to get like a how do you call it, a gift card to Motivation USA, so you can shop from that link. So that's equivalent. I haven't decided if it's going to be $100 or $200 or something like that, but it's going to help for something else you're looking to get. So that's going to be part of the giveaway. Of course, you're going to get like everything that's on all the other tiers, the sticker pack, t-shirt, leather key tag, and pretty much some other really cool things, by the way. So it's definitely something worth checking out, guys. It's a really cool means of actually supporting what we're doing. Again, all of this stuff requires quite a bit of work and time, and it's one way that we can give back. Now, my overall idea, I wanted to kind of mention with you guys, how do you guys feel about me sticking to certain budget? I was thinking after doing the helmet and the Pro Tent shield and stuff like that, maybe doing a race suit, so that brings up the value slightly. The overall idea, I know a lot of people are not doing this, is giving away a smaller motorcycle. Because you guys know I'm learning how to wheelie and practicing doing that, I kind of figured this is something that would be a great play onto what I'm doing in conjunction with the videos I'm releasing. maybe a KLX 140RL like the one that I have. We're talking about like a budget of $4,000 to $6,000, or a Grom or a TTR 125. That could potentially be all in the same bracket of between $4,000 to $6,000 giveaway, but within those entries. So it all depends on how it goes and how much that it goes through for now, where people are joining. As it progresses, then I think the prize will become larger and larger. So if you guys want, definitely it'd be awesome if you definitely join. I know currently we have like 3 people that's enrolled into 2 of the higher tiers. So it's looking good. It's a very positive start. But now we can move away from that, but definitely had to make mention that the link is in the description. Definitely you can check it out. One thing that's really cool that we're going to have on also, guys, we're going to have David Piccione on. As you guys know, Ebe just finished his super premium BMW S1000RR, and he just bought the newest one, 2023. And a lot of the paintwork you guys are seeing, some of the paintwork he's done with, even with 5UP on 5UP's girl's bike. And we're going to have Dave back on. We're going to talk about this in the process and what it takes, because it's just, it feels like with every build, with every one of those bikes set up, it's becoming more and more of a super premium stuff that, of course, my dog always wants to come around every time. Get out of here. And I think it's going to be a good conversation to have as well, guys. So I'm just going to pull up the comments here so we can kind of, oh, we have quite a few people on, man. Shout out. Really, really awesome that you guys are hitting the thumbs up at the same rate that the people are actually on. By the way, I'm definitely going to be dropping some polls. I want to hear your guys' take on the Patreon, because is it selling out? Is it kind of like stepping out of character? I'd really like to hear your thoughts and opinion. It's something I fought with for a very, very long time. And if anybody's part of that discussion or have an opinion, I think it would be you guys, because you guys have been with the channel for a bit and watching everything. And oh yeah, Bud Tussin was actually here, man. First patron, actually. So super cool. Huh? He has a question. Look at it. Hold on. I didn't have it all pulled out. What'd you sell out about? Okay. Good evening, peeps from Puerto Rico. By the way, Sasong is in Puerto Rico for family. Oh, snap. Sure. So Nizo's definitely going to come through. She wants to come in and chat up as well. The island is hot. Shoot, I wish I was in Puerto Rico. Nice and hot and toasty. Sup, bike fam? Futuristic Viper. Let's see here. Will you be at the Ducati event in February? I'm going, but I don't know what to expect. I fear the people will be too fancy. Where? Which Ducati event and where? Let's see here. I'll backtrack to that as soon as you reply. A lot of people are doing it, and I feel like you should use. Sorry. A lot of people are doing it, and I feel like you should use it if it's an option to use Clutch First. Yeah, man, I think it's going to be a good opportunity. The other thing that I was thinking as a super crucial part of the Patreon setup, which I think I'm going to hit up Ebe, because I got to ask him this question. Are the videos uploaded directly to YouTube and then privatized for Patreon, or is being uploaded directly to Patreon? So I'm still learning on how to do a lot of the stuff. It takes quite a bit. One of the biggest giveaway outside of the actual prize where you could win like stuff that's worth valuable money, I intend to do videos like setting up your helmet, how to capture the best way to capture your bike sound if you really want to, quickest way to edit, some of the best. I don't know if you guys, if you were part of the stream the initial time where I did Sasong's channel, harsh review kind of thing. I would love to do those where it's like maybe a video where you post up like breakdown of a video, and how I think those are going to be valuable things to kind of as a give back to people that are part of the top tier. Because I think I excel in that stuff, you know, equipment, on how to use it, how to set it up, and the best way to use certain things and stuff like that. It's basically a great way to prevent pitfalls, like all of the stuff that you have to deal with, or in terms of like, you know, you cut your videos, you putting your gloves on, and you know, you killing a bunch of time, or you rambling or something like that. I want to do videos like that, you know, that's gonna be privatized, and they're going to be for just people. And I know there's quite a few people that are part of this channel, at least that watch the stream, that are either in the beginning stages of vlogging, or joining, or understanding the process, or just getting a better understanding of stuff. So I think those are going to be extremely valuable. Even like I've been making a list of videos potentially considering like thumbnails, the best way to kind of structure stuff out, at least a growing thing even for myself, or even which program that I use to cut some of my videos, the quickest way to kind of do it. So I think that amount of information I think I can give, I think in itself, outside even the giveaway stuff, I think that's probably even more crucial, because that was my main thing. And I felt like to be competitive with what everyone's doing, I have to bring some kind of value. And I feel like I'd be very comfortable doing like a $5,000 prize of a mini bike. Because it's like, hey, I'm learning how to wheelie. And if that's inspirational to you, maybe you could win one of those bikes and then you could learn yourself. So, and I think it's a fair budget. It's not crazy. We could start doing by race. I think race suits are a good way to do it too. Maybe like 1,000 to 1,500 to 2,000. But again, nobody's actually doing quarterly giveaways. It's usually goes on until they feel like it's right. Not that I'm knocking anyone's setup, but I think when you put constraints and you have like a time frame, then it becomes a little bit more important to have an end line. You know, it's like, hey, this amount that needs to get done, this amount of people need to be part of it. And of course, I think for the first giveaway I'm doing, it needs to be a minimum of 10 people in the top tier for it to be available, opened. Yeah, what else? We have that guy Kells here. What's good? What up? And but so I don't think you sold out, and I don't think you should go crazy with giveaways. Giving bikes away is crazy and a bit overkill. Yeah, you know, I thought exactly the thing of giving away big prize items like that also, and that's why I thought it'd be great to kind of keep something like a Grom. I think would be perfect. It just fit the perfect balance for me, in my opinion. I think budget wise, and I think it puts me right below what everyone else is doing. It's because either you're gonna overshoot everyone and like outshine everybody to do it, or you could go in this area where it's not exactly like theirs but a little bit different. So I'm thinking, you know, quarterly, right? And then something that's a fun bike. You know, it's a really fun bike, because again, I've always expressed this to people. It's really amazing having like a bike that is not your main bike, that you could dump it, you could learn, you could practice, you could do whatever you want with it, and it's not gonna bother you. It's not gonna hurt the pocket or something like that. So I think it's a really, really good opportunity. What up? Oh, that's so funny. A's like, when are you gonna put up the polls? So I think those will be fun, man. I would love to hear what you guys think. I have one, definitely would support others. Yeah, definitely. The link is definitely in the description. I know I put it there, and it would be awesome, man. Whoever joins, and I was actually super nervous about doing it, because I'm like, man, if I do this and nobody joins, it's a failure, and if I don't do it, I'll never know, kind of thing. So, and it was super exciting seeing that very first person join, and that was really dope. I'm gonna drop this poll here that I really wanted to do. Well, I'll be dropping a couple of them, by the way. So let's see here. By the way, what's new and good with everybody? By the way, you have to ask that. Participate. Custom paint gear vlogging setup would also be a dope. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of being here, man. Asking thoughts and opinion of people, and seeing, getting the temperature really. Because if you guys are not feeling it, or you don't feel like, hey, you know, doing a Patreon is kind of stupid, I'll definitely back out of it and kind of like, not do it, kind of thing. So, but I think it's a good opportunity. I think it's a means of actually making things work for everyone, and everybody gets something out of it. Not only you guys get to support what we're doing here, but you still get an opportunity to get something back as well. And to be honest, I don't believe it is selling out, really. I've been doing this for a lot of years, and I think I've contributed quite a bit. And I think it's a good time. especially when I feel like I have something to offer and I feel like I have something that's unique and outside of the.
On the ground, girl.
Oh, they'll get it. Honda Gram. I copied it over at Grow. It's supposed to be a Honda Gram, by the way, so I'm not gonna edit it and redo it. Yeah, I think I definitely have something special to bring on that's a little bit different. But I'm really excited about this one, man. I spoke to as you guys know, I think I went to the Clutch Control event with Mr. Black Moses, right? I met the marketing manager for the SSR motorcycles. And we've been talking quite a bit, and I thought it'd be a really dope conversation bringing him on and just really talking about the brand, how they're made, and the origin of them, because a lot of people tend to think twice. So, for example, when I bought my KLX, we're talking about maybe a $6,000 bike or something, $5,000 bike. If I was more in the loop or knew about them, it'd be very different. I would have spent way less money, and come to find out, the SSR brand is actually an American brand. They just outsource the work to China. It's actually designed and made by everyone that's here in the U.S. and they, pretty much get all the parts from there. So he'll kind of do a breakdown talking about all the component, what it's like, and the entry price point, how a lot of them are a lot cheaper. So even to someone now that was asking me, hey, I want to jump in and try to practice doing wheelies and doing all this stuff, I would even recommend getting even a cheaper bike. So they have like a supermoto style. They have like the KLX style. They even have like a mini super bike like you want to ride or whatever. So I think those would be really, really cool. And I think that's even less, right? So we're talking about, let's say if the KLX is like $6,000 or $5,000, depending where you buy it. I could buy like 2 SSRs and give those away. They're not meant to be your premium bike. They're not meant to be like these expensive bikes. We're talking about something that you can go out and have fun and learn stuff that you wouldn't normally do on your main bike and get them damaged. So very, very excited to kind of have him on, and I think you guys will enjoy that conversation just as much as well. Yeah, you guys seem to be really into the KLX. Is it because that I bought one, or is it because you guys think that that's the bike to actually get? By the way, anything new with you guys for New Year's? I always wanted to ask that, see if everybody's New Year's doing well, because mine was pretty good, I'd say. Just nice and quiet, like how I like it. Let's see what we got. About Tussination, yeah, you mentioned here. Don't overkill with the bike. I have one. He's only mentioned here. I have one. Definitely would support others. Yeah, it's basically really getting the word out. I think what's a little tricky with Patreon, unless you're promoting it, it's very difficult to kind of get people to go on. But if you're constantly promoting it, then it becomes like, is this everything that you're doing? So that's a little weird. So I'm also going to be doing more videos on my channel. So at least going for 2023, I want to do at least 3 videos and the live stream. So at least I have more of an opportunity to kind of plug things in between. I also landed 2 sponsors, guys. One of them goes live next Sunday by the contract that they gave me. I can't really talk about it until this Sunday. So it's not super motorcycle, but I think it'd be a great way to kind of help contribute to the channel also. So very excited for that. And as you guys know, well, I could probably show you. I got a Ridge wallet, and of course they're going to be part of the podcast also. So everything is kind of coming to like nice spaces. And I didn't go out to try to find any of these people. Basically, some of their marketing team actually found my stuff and then emailed, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. Is it like kind of real? Then I'm LinkedIn. I check people and just kind of confirm before even replying. But seem official, and contract seems official. So that's kind of cool. Very nice little layup. So at least for 2023. That guy Kells mentioned here. Custom paint gear or vlogging setup would also be dope. Yeah, I was considering either do like an action camera with a helmet. Also, I mean, there's just so much. I don't think I have to go into really, really big stuff like 10, 20, $30,000 bikes, which completely doesn't fit in my space at all, to be honest. But I think we could find really cool things. You know, it could be like a set, you know, jacket, gloves, and riding jeans, or riding sneakers and then riding helmet or whatever, something like that. I think those could be cool. The tiers are not like crazy. So, and also the quantity of people is not crazy on my channel. So each tier fits just right, in my opinion. All right, let's see what else we got as we're going. Oh yeah, let's take a look at the polls, by the way. Curious how that is. That is hilarious, man. You guys are really game for the KLX 140RL. So, again, the reason why I went with a KLX, the TTRs are really cool. The Grom's kind of cool also. The problem with Groms, if you're going to use it daily and just kind of have fun and bug out with friends, they're great. And I consider that as well. But keep in mind, you could ride that bike legally in the street. So that means there's fairings, there's mirrors, there's a bunch of stuff. There's plastic. So if you dump that bike, as much as I dumped the KLX, you're going to have to spend some money to get like fairing or plastic. So whatever it is, that's going to cost you some money. So I thought to myself, that's going to be out the equation. The goal is not to spend money, it's to find something that I'm going to use and as much as possible. And whether I dump it or I break it, it's okay, right? The TTR 125 was a big runner-up. A lot of people are very happy about that bike. There's a lot of people that learn how to become really proficient in doing wheelies using that bike. However, when I did a little bit more research and looked into the bike, it's pretty dated. It's not super up to speed or snuff. Granted, it does have a Kickstarter, which I was excited for, because just in case your battery die, you can always start the bike. But I ended up sticking with the KLX 140RL. So why? Why did I go with Cowie, right? So the build pretty much across the board, the KLX, the Honda, the TTR, they're pretty much like the same bike, guys. Minus a few things here and there. The 140RL does not have a Kickstarter. So is it a problem? No. Just always you have to remember that to turn off the turn on switch, or it's going to burn out the battery. Also, it does not have a key. There's no ignition key or anything like that. So you can't leave that bike anywhere. Somebody could steal it and just jump on it and take it. So that's a downside. But for me, for what I plan to do with it, or again, you guys know, doing wheelies. What's the most important thing with doing wheelies is your rear brake. On all of the other models, the Honda, the Yamaha, they all have old school drum brake, and that's not really great for learning how to ride the rear brake and stuff like that, and really learning how to slam the bike down or bring it back down smoothly. And the KLX has an actual disc brake, you know, with how do you call it? With a caliper, right? You know, with a caliper. So it was like perfect. So I was like, that's the bike. That's the best bike to learn. And the TTR is great, but I rather forego the Kickstarter and stick with the rear disc brake. So that's why I kind of went with that. Let's see here. It's gonna definitely. By the way, it was 50% for that KLX, by the way, and 42 on the Grom. Wow. So TTR is definitely out of it. So a Grom and a KLX would definitely be cool. Let's see what we got up here. Nizuni mentioned she worked on Christmas weekend and slept through the New Year. Jesus Christ. What is it that you do that you are working on Christmas, man? Jesus, that's a rough one. Yeah, so yeah, definitely want to hear that about that. By the way, man, so what do you guys think about the whole thing? Like, if it's like, because I was thinking about it too. I'm like, man, is it like an OnlyFans by you doing like, Patreon? Let's see here. Totally outside motorcycles. Anyone here watch Dark on Netflix? My Mike and I started binging it, and this show is insanely confusing but still interesting. No spoilers. Sorry, damn. Of course that's gonna block it. We're only on season 2. Oh my god, yeah. That show's fairly crazy. Loving it. So just I don't want to get derailed here, but it's really really good. So definitely check that out. Yeah. So what's your take, guys? What do you think about this? And oh my God, Kelsey mentioned open up an OnlyFans, bro. You get more money. Nah, we're good. I just use that as a clickbait for the title here. Really, I just wanted to kind of put pretty much all of the things that's being done to kind of like grow a following and stuff. And I also feel like by doing this, I don't necessarily have to produce things for clickbaits or for click-through rates. I could produce stuff that I really like shooting certain style of videos, how to work on certain things. So I think it's gonna be a good spot for that, just to kind of give to you guys. So if somebody's looking to have like a place to have a ton of information for YouTube and stuff like that, I think it's a great place to share all that stuff. So it's gonna be dope. And I'll do some of the behind the scenes from the motivation videos, how I do some of my overhead like unboxing videos, the kind of lights that I use, how my camera's set up and stuff. A lot of people tend to not share some of these information, and I think those will be useful to a lot of people. How to capture your exhaust sound properly, where you can actually hear it when you're on the road and when you're talking. So a lot of those things, let's say if I did do those videos just because I wanted to, they're not gonna garner any accolades or any heavy views. But if it's like something requested per contribution, it's gonna warrant actually doing. So I think that's a good space to be. Oh my God, Mike will sell pics of his feet on OnlyFans. Yeah. So, take off one piece. Take off a one-piece suit. Show a little chest. Yo, that's when you know if my full-on dignity will be out the window. By the way, but absolutely not. Austin Powers hairy chest. Oh man! By the way, no shame on people that does this, but as long as it's not me or my people, so we're good. Maybe your auntie, your aunt, cousin, sister, but not me. That'd be wild, man. Wild, wild, wild. Oh man. By the way, Kels, what are you doing with the bikes, by the way? I know the season's changing. Are you still riding? I also spoke to my boy 5 Up today about the Monster. Remember I told you guys I'm going to get another bike so I could use as my daily. He mentioned to me that probably not to buy another Ducati. He was like, man, if you're going out and buy this bike at this point, it's going to be clear that you're just biased about everything and you're not opening to experience and you have an opportunity. So now he has me looking at potential an Aprilia. And I was explaining to him that I kind of need a bike that's going to be comfortable and stuff like that. And he kind of mentioned some dad bikes. I'm like, It's hard to picture myself on a dad bike, like an adventure bike style. Like I can't. I think there's a cool aspect that gets lost when we start talking about those bikes. So any suggestions regarding bikes that you guys would consider outside of the Monster? He did also mention the Triumph Street Triple. Let's see here. Triumph Street Triple, not the Speed, because this is a daily bike, riding it back and forth to the office kind of thing. So I always had something crazy about the Triumphs. So I always like the Triumphs a lot, but it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'll just visit the dealer, and I don't think you can even get a Street Triple for the $10,000 price point though. So that's the other one. Let's see here. Dude, I hate that when you go to a website, they will not let you click on anything unless you click on the cookies. Hold on, let's see here. Let's see what's the price point for a Speed. Speed is $18,000? Yo, they got some street triples that are cheap. Look, 9,995. Let's see that. I really like that yellowish color though. The goal here is to have a bike that it has to be a bike that's one-shot payment every one time. So it has to be like no loans. I don't want to do any loans, dude. It's like just a one-time shop, just buy it. That's it. But I think this would be kind of cool. I don't know. Do you guys think that's kind of like too far away from what I like? Damn, it doesn't have a single-sided swing arm, though, man. God damn it. That red is nice, though. He was like, you should get a triple. I mean, it's an R. Dude, I love this color right here. 765. Let's take a look at this.
Hello there, welcome to the launch of the new Street Triple 765 lineup. With a new Street Triple R, the new definitive Street Fighter, a higher spec RS.
Yo, they just took a shot at Ducati. They said the definitive Street Fighter. Oh my god, that's kind of cold though. We'll see how that goes. My man said the definitive. Yo, that lime green, bright green color though, with the letters. See, but that's how they do pretty much everyone, guys. You look at that and you really like it, right? But then that model probably costs like 18,000. But let's see. Did I miss it? Let me see. Yeah, here it is. That one's 15,000. That's really cool, man. But I'm not spending $15,000. Sorry. Your boy is cheap. Yeah, that's too pricey, man. I really like that colorway, though. It's too bad. It's definitely unique looking, though. What do you guys think? What would you guys suggest for my situation based on what I'm saying here? And I think he's probably, to be honest, I think he's kind of right though. There's a lot of Ducatis. It's just like, you know, like he was like, you've done it, you did it, you got the ones you want and stuff like that. Do you really need more? You know, the way I was looking at it was really more like, it was more like a comfort thing. You know what I mean? So. I don't know. Wow, Solo Rider mentioned a GS, 650 GS. I don't know, man. Let me get an Aprilia. I think, to be honest, man, I would be leaning more towards that Aprilia. That Aprilia is very cool. How much is the RS660, by the way, guys? Let's see this real quick. I'm curious. Let's pull that up. Let's see what I can find with Aprilia here. Let's see how much is the 660. Oh, there's two colors. Oh, that's the Tuono. Yeah, but I think you'll be in like Superbike section at this point, though. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm definitely a really big fan of, oh, that is not bad at all. That's actually, holy shit, okay. Those are not very expensive, man. Guys, these are 600 class, right? Like a 600cc, I think that's what they are. I actually like that green, though. Let's see. Damn, I wish it was just like a little bit under, I wish that it was a little bit under the 10,000, man. See, the question is, would a bike like this be comfortable every day just to go to work, though? See, at that point, I'm already at like super bike style. Super bike style. That's a tough one, man. You know what's strange? Sometimes you like what you like, and then it's like, and then you feel like you rinse and repeat. I'm trying not to rinse and repeat. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be. It's an opportunity to get to try something new, or at least, which he made a lot of good points. We were talking for a little bit today. He was like, "Oh man, look at the little winglets right there. That's kind of dope. Look at that. Look at that right there." And that's kind of cool though. This one's a Tuono though. That's more upright. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I did consider big time the Yamaha SXR. I can never say it. It's like a mouthful, man. Damn, you guys are kind of bombing already. Hold on, let me just throw out the comment real quick so I can kind of pull them up. Needs to mention. No, you need to get to see. You get to see, like to see the behind the scenes work of a creator versus the OnlyFans as a sort of a fetish like following. Yeah, it's more like that. I think the behind the scene, I think even working on the bikes, where I was planning to kind of have a camera in the garage, like when I'm doing like the motivation videos, or even talk about getting sponsors. The best way to go out to getting sponsors or deals and even some money conversations or whatever. I think those would be great. It's not substance really, just value. There you go. Great value to kind of share with people. At least potential people that's looking to do similar things. So I was thinking about more stuff like this because I think I really excel when it comes to stuff like that. When we talk about in terms of growing and getting a really large following, I think some people does that way better than me. But when it comes to the business aspect, I think I tend to fall in a very good spot, and I think I navigate that very well. I think that could be a lot of stuff I can share with people. Also, that's potentially available to kind of do it. Both bikes in Florida getting a tan will bring back in March, maybe. Damn, son. How do you do that? You put, I get it, it's safe, you don't have to worry about it. It's like, I love like leaving work or whatever and just kind of hanging out. Or even like right now, for example, before I had, dinner or whatever, I went to the garage, chill over there, just kind of tidy stuff up or whatever. I love the fact that I have that access, and I can't picture like having my bikes this far away, and I can't, even though I'm not riding them, I just don't have access to them, which kind of bothers me a little bit. Every now and then I would go to the garage and just kind of chill there, and with the bikes there, so I'm not even riding or anything like that. It's just one of those, I guess, a comfort thing, really, especially in the winter or whatever. So it's and every time I do like overhead videos and stuff, all of it's pretty much like in the garage kind of set up. So it's kind of like my little company. So it's like it's tough. So I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit a bit of a spoiled brat. So that could be that also. Like I need to help with Mike in the helmet. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of that stuff. One of the key things that I wanted to show people, also one of the videos I already started working for Patreon, is how to record your bike exhaust, because so many people buy these expensive exhausts. They do these videos, and it's like, it doesn't sound like the way it really sound and stuff. And that was one of the main thing I started when I was on YouTube. I wanted to focus on like, this is how you could actually record everything around you and really hear it properly. And I'm like, I should do like a little video, like 6-10 minute video, showing the right tools, the right mics, and where you could place it, where it's convenient. And then and even after you get all those things, you still need to have your settings right with the recorder to actually record it without it getting blown out. How to set up limiters and stuff like that. There's just like a lot that I think that could be shared and that could probably help. So I think that could be like a cool thing. I think people would enjoy those. Again, you have to be more of a creator type to kind of want to, basically, you could take what I've learned or what I've known already and then run with it, apply it to you. For example, like somebody like Kels, he does his videos, right? His videos usually have heavy third-person point of view of 360 view, and then he has it edited out. It looks great. All the key things are there, but in this particular situation where you watch his video, he explicitly do not play the bike sound because it's blown out and it's a lot of wind. So this would be a great way. Let's say you add that layer. You have your 360-degree angle or third-person point of view, but then you have the exhaust note just right. You can actually really hear it, and then you put that together. And then you layer it with the cuts that you have already with like some of the memes and stuff like that you're doing. So things like that. So I think those would be kind of cool. Might go to the track with Twansy and Covert Mecha if they come. Oh, that's cool, man. That is really dope. Did you guys meet before this or just through the stream that you guys kind of met? And then now, that's kind of cool, man. If that is, that's going to be really, really dope. Get that Aprilia. Yeah, that Aprilia is nice, man. It's my problem with Aprilia, though, in New York is that there's no dealership support. But I do a lot of my own things anyway, and he was mentioning today, he was like, nah, why are you worried so much about the dealer? I'm just more concerned about big issues. Some of the more, minute regular things, I think using YouTube and some of the online resources might be okay. I think it's going to be dope to probably look at something like that. The question is, will this bike be something that's comfortable for air? Think about it this way. This is it's almost like you going to buy a car, like a daily beater. Your car is like to drive back and forth to work or to the train station. The overall idea is to get a bike that's like a transportation. But I'm going to use it to kind of do my videos because when I'm going to the office, I'll be able to shoot some clips. When I'm coming home, I'll be able to shoot some clips, which will up the frequency of videos that I can upload on YouTube. So it's kind of a win-win situation. The thing here is really finding the right bike to say, hey, yeah, I'm going to do this and put miles on it. You know what I mean? It's going to be interesting. Again, I was kind of in my comfort zone. Like, I already got Ducati stuff and the channel's kind of surrounded with Ducati kind of stuff. And maybe that would be like the niche really. So that's why I'm like, the Monster 1200S, I always really like that bike with the trellis frames. The last of it, it sounds ferocious. The ride is awesome. It's a lot of power on the bike. So I was like, oh, it'd be perfect. And he was like, nah, you got the Street Fighter, you got the other monster, you have the, it's like more a lot of naked stuff. But then again, there's people that have a bunch of freaking super bikes too, right? I'm feeling like guilty about it, but should I? Because there's some people that have only super bikes, right? Let's see. You should test ride 650 GS. I saw the Miami boys arguing to ride it in one of his videos. Not bad for a daily. You have storage space as well. You know what the funny thing is? Those are some of the things that bothers me about that exact thing, really. Just, riding or I've always said to myself, like, riding a bike, it's the freedom, there's nothing. I'm not carrying a bag. I don't need bags. I don't need, like, those totes or something like that. I'm not going to carry anything. I really don't. Maybe a laptop for work or my book bag. Maybe an iPad for work or something like that. Nothing like in the helmet. I'll just take with me. Also, I would have to work out parking situation. I would have to do like a monthly parking thing because I'm not leaving my bike in the street. Never that. Especially in New York City. Never would. I'm going to guess 13,000. 13,000 for which one? For the bike? Let me pull up that 650 GS, by the way. Let's take a look at that. 650 GS. I do like BMWs too. Let's see. BMW Motorrad. Yeah, you guys know the deal. I'm drinking tea, as I usually do. Let's see what we got with BMW. GS 650, right? You said. Oh, which kind of model is it, by the way? And that's how much videos. Model overview, sport, and roadster, heritage, adventure. There you go, their adventure. Where's the 650? There's no 650. 1200, 1200, 1000, 900, 850, 750, 310. No. Where's the 650? Is it urban mobility? What's that? Oh, no, absolutely not. Nope. I do not see a 650, GS 650. Maybe you meant the 710. I don't know, man. A bike like this is just really, I just feel awkward on this bike. 13,000. As shown 13,000. I just, you know what it is? You know, here's the thing. This is a good thing to kind of talk about, by the way. There's this thing about bikes, at least for me, right? About motorcycles. There's a cool factor when we're talking about motorcycles. And if you don't fit the cool factor, I think whenever any motorcycle that I buy, any bike that I buy, the cool factor has to be there. Like that's one of the things I've always liked when I bought any Ducati. It's like the cool factor was always there, and it's like, and I just don't. Some of these motorcycles, I feel like they don't have a cool factor. They function, they look great, they do what they do really well, but is it a cool bike that I'm going to be super proud of after spending the money on that? It's like any other bikes that I have. When I ride them or I go in the garage, I feel a certain way. When I look at that GS I just pulled up, I don't feel anything. Like will I ride it? Would I put that bike to use? Yes. Does it make me tingle inside? No. I don't feel anything at all, which is kind of a strange thing. So I don't know, like, if it's something that would be ideal for me, at least in my opinion. So just wanted to hear your thoughts on that, guys, about having a bike like that. If it's something you think it feels right. What about you guys? When you buy a motorcycle, doesn't it have to feel right in order for you to kind of buy that bike? Maybe I'm just like spoiled, really. You know, like pretty much a lot of the bikes that I buy, there's a cool factor to me that's like making me feel, oh man, you spent the money on this bike and it feels right. So, and again, I'm going to try to look at that GS. And again, I'm sure the bike runs amazing. It's very comfortable. And it just have like a older person feel to it. And it's not as cool, or maybe not as hip for me. Let's see here. I'm just curious what you guys think. Let me just kind of pull up the comment section again. Oh, you know what bike that I thought that was very interesting that I did try, actually? I tried this bike and I thought, I didn't try it. I sat on it. Let me rephrase that. Triumph Scrambler. Then that still put me somewhat in the same space though, with kind of somewhat of a naked bike, right? Let's see here. Yeah, see, James Hook mentioned here Tuono 660 is the best bang for my buck. Let's see here. Tuono 660. Okay, so I'm gonna pull that up too. Hold on, okay, 1 second, guys. I'm gonna bring back the comment. Let me pull up the Tuono 660. I am curious. Yeah, it's just, for me, it looks weird, man. Like, this bike is just like, it's just not cool. I know it's kind of very vain when I talk about it that way, but I mean, realistically, how many of you guys go buy a bike just because of the function? Let's see here. Let's see, Aprilia. Who else of you guys could say that you could type publicly on a live stream, start typing in your browser without any kind of pornography coming up? None of you. That's because I'm a clean boy. I'm a good boy. I make my own. No, I don't type them.
You're so dumb. So dumb.
I'm kidding. Oh my god, I totally just drew a blank after I detoured and being like a dummy. I forgot the bike. Let's see what you got here. 20660. There you go. Let's see. Pull that up real quick. 20660. Oh yeah, so that's yeah, I looked at that a little bit earlier. That is kind of cool, man. It's not super expensive neither. Was it? I think it falls into that 10,000 bracket, right? Yeah. 20660. By the way, since you guys mentioned that 20660, what I love about the Aprilias is the 1100 factory, the way it sounds. How does these 660s sound, guys? If they don't have that sound for me, I don't know if I'll be able to go into it like that. That again, these for me, Aprilia. When you talk about Aprilia, the sound is what captured me. The sound is what makes me like, yeah, this is special. So the engine, the power plant is key for me when we're talking about those. But then those are some of the bigger bikes. So let's see what else we got here. Bud Tusnell also mentioned here. Yamaha MT-09 Triumph Scrambler Indian FTR. FTR, absolutely not. That bike is very heavy, I think. And then I don't think it's completely suited for daily. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I think Indian is just starting out with it. It feels very monster-esque. If I'm going to buy that bike, I'd rather get the 1200S 100%. You seem like you're into the luxury European bikes, though. That makes it hard to steer away from Ducati. Yeah, you know what it is? It's just a thing, man. You know what I mean? It's like growing up really, really poor, and it was like a dream to kind of make something happen. It's like, yeah, I really wanted this, and I really wanted to kind of get to this point. And it just kind of stuck with me a little bit. And not that I'm being a snob about it and stuff like that. There's other bikes I do like too as well. I'm just thinking what's gonna be fun, and it's gonna have that fun factor. So, and this is why I'm kind of having this back and forth with you guys here. See what I can. Also, is it a good idea to get something else in on the channel for making videos? It's kind of hard to say this because I feel like motovlogging don't really get a lot of views anymore, at least mine. So that's another thing. Solo Rider also mentioned here, maybe partner with Harley and get that Fat Bob 114. Oh my God, Harley would not mess with me. I'm not even close to a Harley boy. Not even close, man. Not even close. By the way, I did drop that poll for the Patreon, guys. Well, did I sell out? Nah, I'm already a patron. 40%, and now I'll support and join. Definitely, if you guys can, the link is in the description. Jump into a tier if you guys want to win cool prizes. The Best Man tier is the way to go. All right, and pretty much, I think after 4 business days, I sent out a package with all the goodies. By the way, I wanted to mention this, guys, very, very important. When you are, let's say if I run like a poll, I do something here, I do a giveaway, it's like completely free. Not being like a douche here. Just make sure you send your address perfect to the T. Everything. Zip code. If it's a house, a house. If it's an apartment, it's an apartment. Just include everything. Because I can't risk sending something and then it gets lost and I have to do it twice. Because when I do the giveaway, it's just straight out of pocket, you know, not counting anything. Right? So I can't do it twice. So make sure you have all your information correct. I think someone's package did get lost. And you know, it was very difficult because I feel very bad. But then in the same space, you know, producing a bunch of shirt at cost, I can't just replace them. You know what I mean? So just a heads up, whatever it is, like the leather key tags or anything like that, just keep in mind. Just make sure all your information is correct. If there's some changes, just let me know before they ship out and stuff like that. So very important. But links are in the description for the Patreon. And if you you do get some of this stuff anyway, so this is very, very cool. These are depending on how far the travel to work, like I would ride it short distance. Babe, what would you say the ride to the office is? In a car, it's like maybe 40 minutes. On a bike, maybe 20 minutes, really. 20 minutes going, 20 minutes coming. Also, it's going to open up really great opportunities. So I think it's going to be like going to work, record some videos there, capture some good stuff. Maybe after work, I could do some of the video concepts that I've had, like ride with people, go to events, probably show like the New York City scenes where they shot movies. I could do like those tours and stuff. There's just so much potential, and I think I'm just really excited for it, to be honest, man. And the other point of this bike, let's say something does happen to it, I won't really care neither. It's, you know, it fills in the same space, but I think it's gonna be cool, very, very cool. 13 éléments, I think that's how you pronounce it. Oh, 13 elements. That is a clever play on things, man. But I think, do you spell 13 like that? Is that French? 13 éléments. Well, I say élément in French. 13 elements. It says like 13 elements. Need to jump off. Excited for the future, Clutch. See you next round. Yes, sir. Thanks, man. Very glad you came through. Wow, there's quite a few more here. Let me see. Yeah, guys, when I get a house, I have the babies together with me all the time. Yeah, man. I mean, it's definitely nice. It's definitely nice to kind of have it here. The Frober's in the building. Hiya. Let's see what we got here. What's good? Let's see here. Oh, 650. Oh, you meant 650 for the GS 650. Yeah, it's tough, man. Like I said, these motorcycles is just tough to me. Like, what else that have a really cool factor? You know what I was thinking of getting? Maybe, and it still put me in the same space. Let's say a KTM Super Duke, or maybe a smaller version of that bike. But it's still somewhat in the same space to like a 1200S or something like that. It still falls in that same space still. So I might have to bite the bullet and be like, oh, I'll just do the super bike or something like that. But then again, I wouldn't be able to do it daily though. So, because if I'm fatigued or something like that, if I have a long day, I don't want to be doing that. I had the opportunity to ride a GS 1250. That bike is so tall. I just passed on it. Lots of laugh. So I rode the Pikes Peak Multistrada for a day or two while I was out in Detroit. Detroit. That's what I gotta say, because Anna's like, it's not Detroit, Detroit. So that bike was big, but it was really awesome, man. That bike was amazing, really. It feels like I wouldn't use that bike daily to go to work and stuff. You know what I mean? It's just so much for that bike, in my opinion. You have way too much more. Is that tea? Yeah, I'm always drinking tea. Every stream is always tea. Tea after dinner, settle dinner, then I could fast for 15 hours. Chachon Jeremy, what up? Chacon. Oh my God, A's like, stop saying his name like that, Chacon. I don't know why I like to say Chachon. I don't know. Chacon. I want to meet someone in the Arch motorcycle. Like I really want to meet the rider in motorcycle in person. Arch. Arch is a very interesting brand, man. It's just, this is beyond luxury. Most of their bikes are like 100 grand, really, but they're very, very cool seeing some of the stuff that they do and make. I think that was part of the conversation last, like how they could become a little bit more mainstream. I think they really have to start doing like lower tier stuff and start getting the entry price point in. But I don't think their focus is to actually do that. They just want to do premium, customized motorcycles for a specific batch of people. So I think that's their overall take. People have that bike probably got it on a wall like a Mona Lisa portrait. I could see that. I mean, it's a lot of money. Agree, it's probably velvet rope off to the public. Oh my God. I think the people that's in that bracket are actually using that bike. I think they all meet up and then ride amongst themselves, and they have the whole little small club kind of thing. What about a cruiser or a muscle cruiser like a Yamaha VMAX? I know they stopped. See, yeah, I thought something, but the budget here is like 10 grand. I'm trying to work that into my new workspace because they're gonna provide the money kind of thing. So I think I have to fall into that. I don't want to come out of pocket for a bike. I have a bike technically. This is kind of a thing here. Let's see here. I think Mike would look good on an Indian Scout bobber. Don't knock it till you try it. Okay, that is a good thing to say. You know, I think we get into our own zone, into our own space, and then we know what we like, and then it's kind of hard to kind of branch off. I think you might be right on that, man. But you know, one Harley that I do like a lot, guys. Hold on, let's pull that up. Let's see here. James Hook mentioned here, 2023 KTM 790 Duke is 10,000. Yeah, so I think the company that's gonna bring me on board, they're gonna provide money. So instead of taking that money for my transportation, I'm just gonna buy a bike with it, kind of thing. Let's pull up that I'm gonna show you guys that Harley that I like, and then I'll look at that KTM 790 Duke also. Let's take a quick look here. I do like this Harley a lot, but from what I've read, and again, guys, that's the thing that I talk about, right? When you're buying a bike, when any one of you guys are buying a bike, there's a cool factor about the bike that makes you like, when you walk into your garage, when you see the bike, it's like a thing, you know what I mean? I think a lot of these bikes do not. Where's the stupid, oh, the X is over here. I'll show you guys the Harley that really kind of got me here. I think that's probably the only cool Harley for me. Oh my God, $16,000. Yeah, they must not be feeling very well. This is it right here. I like this a lot, dude. Sportster S. That bike is cool. It definitely have a very cool aspect. I mean, overall, the bike looks really cool. Come on. If you're not a hater, I know it's a Harley, guys, but this bike is very cool looking. Very, very cool looking. Look at that side, man. It's so dope looking bike. Not a super huge fan of the headlight or anything like that. I'm not a big fan of the foot forward position. Maybe this like down, straight down. And it would have to be white for me. Like white would be really dope. My other problem with this motorcycle is the fact that the front tire is as big as the rear. I don't know how great that's gonna be for turning. Also, it's a single disc brake. For a bike like this, why would it be a single disc brake? I just think it's just weird. But I definitely like that Harley quite a bit. I'm gonna pull up the KTM. Wow, the minute I start writing these things, they come up really, really quickly. As you guys can see, I spend a lot of my time just pulling up bikes all the time. Every freaking thing is cookies. Every freaking thing is cookies. By the way, shout out to KTM, though. The way they make their site, really, really dope. The minute you go in there, it's very exciting. Which one? Naked Bikes. 790 Duke. It's like a baby Super Duke, right? You see, that's the thing too, guys. I still fall in the same space. This is a very Monster-esque family. You know what I mean? It still falls into the same spaces. What's the price point here on this? I think it's like 10 grand. Yeah, see, I still fall somewhat in that space of that same style. So far, I'm really leaning toward that Aprilia. The Aprilia looks really cool, very fancy. What up, Covert? Covert Mecca's in the building also. Really cool, man. Guys, thank you so much, man. You guys, I know you don't have to come here every Sunday and kind of chop it up with me. Some people do and some people don't. But I really appreciate it, man. As I mentioned, I really appreciate it. Really, I'm hoping moving forward, just to kind of recap a little bit earlier, because a lot of people are coming in now and they missed the first half an hour or something like that. Quickly, started doing a Patreon. Links in the description. Gonna be doing giveaway. First one's gonna be the a premium helmet with a transition lens with it, and I think $100 or $200 motivation gift card, so you can buy stuff with it. And you also get the shirt, key tag. You get all the tier stuff. So definitely check it out. By the way, I will be doing those giveaways 4 times a year, unlike other channels. Channels do build series. They go for long and long. Split the year into quarters, January, February, March, first one, right? And then April, May, basically it breaks down. And then we do each one. So I'm doing that, maybe doing set of gear, maybe leathers, a race suit. I think people would like that as well. As you guys know, Mass Race Suit's going to be doing one for me. They're also going to be coming on the stream as well to talk about the brand and how they make them and the quality. Because, again, Mass is not a super big known brand. It's like a small company by a couple. So it would be kind of cool to get a gist in comparison to like something like Alpine Stars or Dainese, because they are getting their leathers in the same companies that are doing those brands. It's not the same company name, but they're going to be here also. And then potentially do giveaways on mini bikes. KLX 140RL, Grom, or what was my third option? So these are between 4,000 to 6,000. So depending how it goes. So definitely, if you want to join those things or you want to support, the link for Patreon is going to be in the description. You could join. The other thing we spoke about is people that's coming on. I have a couple of company people, motorcycle company people, official people that's going to be on here. We have a marketing director. We have a brand marketing team member for different motorcycles that's going to come on and talk about their bikes and stuff like that. So again, I did mention that for the holidays and New Year's, it's difficult to bring people on because they're spending time with family or they're away. So this is why the last 3 streams, it was just me and stuff like that. So appreciate you guys coming through, even though when there's not a lot of people or a big name being shown here. So that was a quick little recap for some of the people that hasn't been on there as well. And potentially looking at a bike, and I mentioned I am getting something else as a daily. And I don't think it's going to be ideal taking a Street Fighter back and forth to Manhattan and stuff like that to just going to work. That's just overkill for a 200 horsepower plus bike. You know what I mean? It's not ideal. So finding something that's fun or something that's ideal. You know, I was looking at the Monster 1200S. I spoke to my boy 5 Up. He's mentioned that you might really want to get out of it a little bit before people say, oh, it's like a brand loyalist or anything like that. And my overall idea was, might as well. I'm already in deep with the whole Ducati thing, which is fine. Not a big deal. You know, again, it's the feeling you get. If that's what you like, when you go to your garage, it feels right. And it feels special. I never would want to buy anything that's like, I don't know how I feel about it next year. I want to sell it. You know what I mean? It's kind of dumb. You do it once, do it right, and then you're good to go. So, yeah. Let's see here. A Scout Bobber was fun as heck. Scout Bobber, what does that look like? But is that Scout Bobber in the $10,000 range? That's the other thing too. Do you like the new Monster? So the new Monster, I think on a front of it being light is great, but that bike, it's not for me. I like the trellis frame. And I understand what they did. They made the bike lighter, so it's more competitive. But I don't think that's what Ducati needs to compete with the MT-09, the other bikes on those class. The heritage has to stay there. What would have been a great idea, let me just kind of pull this up real quick before I keep going to the comment. I think it would be great if Ducati did the trellis frame, even though they did the monocoque frame, the front holding the triple clamp into the engine. They should have done the trellis in the back for the tail end of the bike, just as a nod to the traditional Monster. I think people would have been like, oh, okay, I could see how a play on it. What they did, the main focus, because they have the power plant, is it the Testrada engine I think they're using for the Monster? I think that's what they Testrada engine. That bike, and again, Yeminu released a video today where he talks about premium bikes that you get and are they dependable. One of the key things he mentioned is like, if you want to get like a Ducati and Spitfire, you don't have to worry about anything, maintenance, or just going to work all the time. The Monster Scrambler, those engine has been proven. They've produced thousands of those motorcycles, no hiccups. So they're going to work great, right? If you get the super bike, it's development bikes. Those are the most current. There's going to be hiccups. There's things that's going to be updated. So it's tried and true. So what their focus was really making the bike light instead of putting on more power. So, outside of that, I think it's great in that aspect. The styling for me, I mean, let me just do like a side-by-side in my personal opinion. I just want to kind of pull this up also. We'll do... Let's see here. This would be the Ducati Monster 1200S. That's the one I was looking at, and it's in this exact color. This is the liquid concrete gray. You can see the trellis frame here. It's not a lot. And then they have it in the back here. Let me see if I can blow this up. Let's see if I can make this bigger. No, it's not going to let me enlarge it. But you can see the trellis frame here. All right, let's see here. See that? The bike looks buff, you know. You still have the trellis frame. And I like the spokes, the wheels on there. Just see the red with the red frame. I'm actually not a big fan of the red. And then let's take a look at the newer Monster. Now, of course, that's what I've been looking at recently, of course. And there's an X. I guess I'll just click the same link that I was in. I think this is going to. They always have to have you. Always. And I hate clicking away your location. I don't like people knowing where I'm at. There you go. See? Monster S. Explore. Oh, how much was that, by the way? I didn't see the price. Let's see. They're not very expensive. Oh, $12,000, dude. You know, 12,000, 15,000. Well, 13,000 and 16,000. Yeah, first off, that's out of my price point. And let's just take a quick look at it. See? You know, I mean, it looks great here because that's the photographer's job. You know what I mean? You look at look at this one, and then look at how buff this one is. That one is just like, let's see, I do a side here. Yeah, let's take a quick look. I mean, definitely, let me know which one you guys think looks better here between those two. So we're looking at this. You're looking at this. I think clearly this model is a better looking model. I'm not saying it's a better bike. Clearly to me, this is a better looking model. Also, I love the slope here. You see the angle to the tank, the gas tank to the tail. It's almost parallel, which I like. I don't like where the tank is higher than the tail. So there's a couple of design things. I get it. You know, if back here was a trellis, I think they could have gotten away with it, in my opinion. No, it's not for me. I'd rather get this. So there's just a thought. Just a thought here. Let me see what else I'm just gonna pull up. A couple more. All good on name, man. Been used to getting chopped up. No Harley stuff though. Chacon. Don't worry, I'll say it right. Promise. That new bike gotta do something for you, or else it's just another bike. I got the KTM dealer by me, afraid of what I'll bring home if I go in. That's so funny people do that. I never impulse. I just don't impulse buy. I feel like every step that I do are very calculated. At least I feel like I have to be in control, especially when it comes to like money. I have to be very in control and know what's going on and know where things should go. Impulse buy is just like not a thing. I mean, granted, you might see my videos look like, oh, I do a video. It looks like an impulse buy. Like, is this really for clicks or something like that? But it's very well thought out. I would never do that. I don't play those games when it comes to like being a financial situation. Speaking of suit, did you pick your logo yet for your leather suit? Yeah, I have my logo and stuff like that. It's going to be my logo. My wife's name's going to be on there. I'm going to do motivation. It's going to be on there. Just a couple of other things is going to be on there. So it's going to be pretty cool. He still has the design the suit. Chacon. Mike's been way too busy to finish the design. Yeah, I can't find the time, guys. It's just weird, and it's tough keeping the time. By the way, let me just close this. By the way, I forgot I left that open. By the way, shout out to you guys. By the way, I did with the Patreon poll that I did here. Nobody said it sucked, so I appreciate it. So definitely go and join that. Let's see what we got here. Electric bike or motorcycle like a Zero or Livewire? 100% no. It's not even a discussion. Again, as I mentioned, like the bike has to make me feel a certain way when I see it, when I ride it. It's one of those things that Ducati does very well. When you buy those bikes, you have their motorcycles. When you see them, you go to your garage, you see it, the bike feels like a certain way. You know, you start it, it feels like monstrous. It just feels good. And then you're riding it, it feels so good. And then you pull up at the restaurant downtown, and then, you know, ladies are like, that's kind of cool. I'm not into bikes, but that's still very cool looking. I remember I went to pick up A in her office, and it's like people were just coming to talk to me. Just like, what is this? What is this bike? That's really cool. Or either that, or they recognize, you know, it's almost like when people don't know motorcycles, they go, is this a Ninja? Or something like that. This is like one of those synonymous things. So it's kind of cool. Those things happen. And I think it checked all of these boxes, you know, it's just like perfect. You know what I mean? So an electric bike, absolutely not. I'm too impatient to wait for something to charge for 40 minutes. I can't do it. I'm also a little neurotic knowing if I go somewhere and there's that many miles left, I can't do it. It's just... Also, I'm very fearful about not being able to work on. If it's an electric bike, you have to take it somewhere. You can't just, you know, there's a giant battery in there, you know what I mean? You can't really mess that up. So, Mike, do you name your bikes, or is there a bike you're like? Sorry, Mike, do you name your bikes, or is there a bike you're like? You're like, if I name my bikes, I would call this one Anna. I would never call my bikes Anna. I like to call my bikes a thought that I really like, that I can't get. Come on, stop playing, man. Woo. Jesus.
So dumb.
Or some stripper or something like that. I would never name my wife. No. I have respect for her. I have some cool names, actually. I never thought about naming my bikes, but again, it was one of those things. I remember picking up Anna from her office, and this girl came to talk to me. She was like, I guess her family owns bikes or something like that. This white girl, she's like, so what did you name her? You know, she's like, straight up started talking to me. Granted, completely oblivious how rare it is a girl come talk to you about her motorcycles. But then it's New York City. New York City is very different. In most cases, girls do not talk to you when you have a bike. But then again, when you have a Ducati, I think I've encountered way more women asking me about it. Can I sit on it? Can I take a picture next to it? It's like a conversation starter. I think that happens a lot, at least when I ride my bikes, really. And I tend not to look like too much of a douchebag. So there's some interesting names, and I'm thinking maybe this year I'll name all of my bikes. Maybe. There's some names that I have in mind that are very good. That I think I might definitely do that. Maybe I'll do a poll, or maybe I'll do a Patreon post where you guys get to name each bike. That way it's out of my control. But there's one name that I really like. There's one lady that I work with in an office. Her name was Thayer. She was kind of European or something like that. And I thought that name was so cool. And she was a cool person too. So I thought that'd still be a good name. And that could be disrespectful because that's not my wife. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Easy clutch first logo, then fave anime characters. Oh, that's a great idea. Anime characters would be cool too. Oh man, I have a lot of really great little info here for the suit. A mentioned here the gray one's definitely more your style. A was like, you should definitely buy a Ducati, but I think she's definitely biased, and I was pretty biased, and also just speaking to other people, just really making me see a little bit more. And it's like, I think the Yamaha SSR is a great buy, and it's 9,000 something. It's not a lot of money. It's brand new. It'll be 2023 actually too. So, and those bikes don't really die really. Jock in the Box, what's up, sir? It's been a while, man. You need to come down and document the Miami meetup, bruh. If you like Nashville, this is 10 times better. Jesus, man. By the way, I have a lot of little documentaries that I shot that's still going to be coming out, and just going to be dropping more stuff coming out as we going too. So, yeah, man, I think I'll definitely be doing a little bit more of that stuff also. But we'll see how 2023 goes. But I think I'll definitely be out there and traveling, meeting people. So that's definitely something that's in the mix. Oh, my God, it's an hour and a half. Let's see here. Indian Scout Bobber 60 is $10,000 range, but like 300 extra. But Indian Scout Bobber is an aggressive seating position. I guess I should pull that up. Indian Scout Bobber. I remember riding, and I met up with Stella, you guys saw her. She was on the stream. And Francesca. Francesca looks so cool and badass. She has like a is this a Triumph? She has a Triumph Cruiser. Very, very cute. Very good looking on her bike. Just like super sexy. I'm like, wait, what is going on over here? So she was very cool with that bike. I was like, Jesus, okay. I hear batteries have been known to explode on those electric bikes. I haven't read any articles, but I got the jewels down there, man. I can't be putting no batteries between those exploding batteries, man. I already got one strike, nearly freaking ripping it off with practicing doing wheels. I can't afford to roll the dice another time. I'm gonna definitely pull up the that Scout Bobber. I want to see what that looks like also. By the way, guys, I'm thinking of doing a new set for the stream, like a talk show sit down. This is less more like this. So let me know what you think of that. It's possibly gonna be doing that moving forward for 2023. I will name your Ducati Gixxer 600. Jesus, man, sheesh, savage. Moto Supernova. This Florida event looks like it's going to be the biggest event ever. First, I would have to partner with whoever's going to be there, make sure that I have a bike. Florida's not that far out here from New York, so that'd be like an easy one to jump to. And you guys know, man, I'm kind of prissy. I'm not driving or riding, man. I'd have to fly there. I want to be able to relax. I'm just being a dick. I'm just kidding. But I much prefer to just kind of chill. If somebody has a bike that I'm going to ride, I'll definitely just have something to ride with you guys or whatever. But I'd like to kind of chill and just relax on my way there. I don't want to like ride and be exhausted by the time I get there and then I have to ride back or something like that. I'd much rather have a bike there for me to kind of do my thing and chill. That'd be fun. Let's see if we could pull up that Indian Scout Bobber, right? It's an Indian Scout Bobber. Let's see. By the way, this is probably the only motorcycle brand I haven't pulled up. Indian. When I write IN, Instagram comes up, all right? Not Intercourse. I know how you guys do pervs. Indian motorcycles. Yeah, by the way, how many of you guys can actually type on your browser on a live stream public without anything promiscuous coming up, huh? None of you, okay? None of you. You animals. Oh, look at those FTRs. What is this? That is cool, guys. Hold on, wait a minute. Now, this is now like, now I'm like Kevin Hart. Wait a minute. Yo, that looks kind of cool. But that, to be honest, though, this is definitely a stolen design from Ducati, guys. This is a Ducati monster, guys. Let's be real here. This is totally a Ducati monster. Look at it. Tell me I'm lying. This is like the old school trellis frame Ducati monster design. That is exactly what that is. With an SV650 shock, rear shock. Yeah, that definitely looks cool. That looks cool. That definitely looks cool. Holy shit. I did not see that coming. All right, let's see that Scout Bobber here. Oh, that totally took me for a little surprise there. Bagger, Touring. Where would it fit on the cruisers, I'm assuming? Scout. Yeah, that's kind of cool looking. It's like me coming to pick up your mom for a date bike. And she used to like bikes. She used to like bikes when she was in her college days. And then she got married, had the kids and stuff. And then now she has a black boyfriend. I'm coming to pick her up in the Scout Bobber. Smashing and dashing. I'm terrible. I am terrible. Don't. It's a joke. Yeah, that's definitely cool, actually. That is cool. How much are these things? 12,000? Yeah, they're past 10 grand. Can't believe I got you guys here and said, oh yeah, it's 10,000 for the base one with all the black. Oh, that's so weird because it has the same giant front wheel in the front. Scout Rogue. Yo, look at this guy, yo. This is like, that would be me. He is totally posing. He got the hat backwards with the tattoos and with the matte black glasses on. He probably just had himself a beer, and it has to be like a, how you call it? Not just a regular beer, but it's like the those brews that you get, like the local brew. You know, got all the black on. He probably got the chain in his wallet. Probably could see it there. 100%. That definitely looks cool in black, though. I gotta say. See, that's totally the guy right there. I'm gonna come pick up your mom for a date. She used to like this guy in college that had a bike, and then now she's 38, and she's broken up, and then now she just met me, and I'm picking her up, and I look just like that. Look at this smile. I might smash today. Oh my God. Oh, that's just terrible. Terrible. But I do like the black a lot. That's dope. Oh man. Don't listen to me, by the way, guys. I'm just joking. Terrible sense of humor. Oh, snap, Mike's going Oprah Winfrey with 2023 with the sit down setup. Let's go, baby. I mean, it's a cool looking bike, though. Let's be real. That looks cool. The crown jewels. Jewels. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Yeah, so, I mean, there's a lot to look at, man. I don't know. It's so hard. Oh, might as well pull this up, too. Let's do this. I got to show this before we wrap up tonight. Let's do... Yeah, you know what? Let me just do my one little shout out, guys. Definitely, guys, if you're tuned in, please definitely go give to the Patreon. The link's in the description. Be giving stuff away. We have 3 tiers. Support, show love and support. It definitely helps quite a bit. Giveaways are going to be really, really dope, guys. I have ideas to make it worth your while when you join these tiers and stuff. So it's not just like shirts and stickers and stuff. I'm going to partner with brands and kind of get some premium stuff to give out to people and make it worth that. So whatever your tier that you join, what the option you get to win is outweighs what the tier is. So that's really, really cool, and it's gonna be fun. All right, back to what I was saying before wrapping up. I had to do my final before leaving here. What was I pulling up again? I totally just forgot. You know, it'll come back to me, so I might as well look at the comments here. Scott Bobber guy looks like he's out of the Wild Hogs movie. Yeah, see? You know what I mean? I don't want... Yo, when I take my Monster or any of the bikes and I'm out in the city with it, man, I'm pretty much lax. I got, like, chill fucking sneakers on, even though they're riding jeans, and I got, like, light leather on. Looks like I'm about to take your girl on a date kind of style. You know what I mean? So... Nah, I'd be downstairs in my wife's office, and any of the girls that's in her office would be like, Mike's downstairs with his bike. Oh, man, it's good. Good times. So, that's always very fun. Let me see what else. I was going to pull another bike right before going. Oh, yeah, Yamaha. That's what I was going to... Let me show you guys this. I was very excited for this bike. And I still think it's a very good competitor. It's not very expensive. I know it's going to be very efficient motorcycle. And it's a triple engine. It looks and sounds good. I think it's, for me, would I get this bike or would I buy a Triumph, though? You know what I mean? It's tough. Hold on, let's see here. Let's see. I'm just going to pull it up because I want you guys to see this. And I think definitely a cool bike to have. My only problem with this bike design-wise, I hate the back of this motorcycle. The back seat reminds me, I don't know. It's very frumpy. You know what I mean? But I think it's a very cool motorcycle. It's not super expensive. It sounds amazing. It's right here. Look, $10,199. Maybe you could haggle a little bit. Look at that. That's not bad, right? I think that's a cool little bike. I definitely think that's a cool little bike. I don't like the back a lot. It seems 49 miles a gallon. And that's the part that I don't like the most about it. Like, this is so fat. I'm very used to like a pointy back a little bit. The gold rims don't match the gold in the forks, but you know, it's all good. I think it's a cool bike. I think it's cost effective. You know, I think that would have been a good choice, really, though. So I don't know. I don't know. Just a lot here, a lot to unpack and take on, but I don't know. I guess I just gotta check out stuff, and I got to take a look and just try stuff out. I don't have to rush, really. There's not a real rush for it. I like the sense of humor. Man, I'm much worse when I'm not on the stream, believe it or not. I try to be very nice and very polite, but it gets pretty wild over here in the house. Wild Hog, Biker Boys, why are bike related movies so bad? Motorcycles are a very tough thing to make cool in movies, right? In small segments, like for example, what's that movie with Jim Carrey where he has to tell the truth and he jumps on the hyper, he's doing the wheelies. In small sections, it's very cool. But drawing an entire 2-hour movie based on a bike factor is very hard to make that cool, because the bike is just one aspect. It really has to be about the person. Like for example, what's that old school movie, Wild Boys? I don't remember where the guys would roll into town in their Harleys and stuff like that, and get the girls and all that. It was in black. It's an old movie, but the movie was really about the gang. But the bike was just like a piece to it. But when they try to make a video just solely about motorcycles, it's kind of dumb. It's almost like when you go out to ride your motorcycle, you think everyone's looking at you. It's not as cool as you think, really. You know, it's just cool to you kind of thing. That's why they're not as great, I think. Yeah. Oh boy, Biker Boys was just terrible. Oh my god. Oh, you know what? We should definitely do a stream where we cover all of these movies and review them and play clips and then go. That's a great idea. Now we have a stream idea. Next time that I don't have a guest on, we can kind of dissect that. That'd be kind of cool. Dude, your story scenario is hilarious. That's. I'm so dumb. I'm like stupid. Don't listen. It's so bad. Oh, the right bike for you, the Triumph Trident 660. That's actually a good idea. I don't think that's very expensive neither. That's a fun bike too. Small. It's not very expensive. Hold on. Let's take a look. Let's bring that up. Tron. Oh, I love Tron. By the way, this movie Tron, I watch at least every month. I watch it at least twice. Okay, so here are my top movies I watch at least a couple of times. Tron. Prometheus. What's my third? Tron, Prometheus. Babe, what do I watch? I know there's 3 movies that I always watch. I always go back to. Tron, huh?
Alien.
No, I said Prometheus. I like Prometheus. I like Aliens a lot, but Prometheus, I like the structure of that. So that's definitely the third movie will come to me. But Tron is definitely something that's really dope. I love Tron. The old one and the new one. So, huh? Blade Runner. Oh, yeah, boy. Those are my top 3 movies I watch all the time that I love very, very much. Like I would, at least once or twice a month, I watch them over. And I always find small things that I like. So on and so. It's very cool. What's your go-to bike movie? For me, my go-to bike movie is Akira, man. It's an anime, but I love the way they depict motorcycles. The way Akira does motorcycles like how Fast and the Furious does, Vin Diesel and the gang and family, whatever. I have to say it like that. I should wear a wife beater on and be like, "He guys, it's family. Family." And then next thing you know, they're jumping off a roof or something like that. So dumb. The way they do it, Akira's not really about motorcycles. It's about like dystopian Japan. But then these people are so poor and broke. Some of them like put their bikes together. The big bike, the biggest and baddest bike. It's the big red bike. It's very Ducati-ish, whatever it is. and he stole that bike. That's how you kind of have it. He stole it. He was like, Kaneda, they don't show that he steals the bike, but when Kaneda was like talking to Akira, he was like, oh, if you want one, go steal one yourself. So that means he stole it. It's this great in between panel to the story. So, but I don't want to go too much into that. But you could see how a lot of their bikes are makeshift. The front wheel is not the same as the back, but then it brings the team together because they enjoy riding motorcycles. They chase the clowns with motorcycles. They go in battles with the motorcycles. But the story is not about motorcycles. But it shoehorns it in perfectly. And that's what I meant about motorcycle movies. Motorcycle movies never work because you can't have an entire motorcycle. But if you wrap a great story around bike culture, it's going to be very cool. But that's why I like it. But I could tell you guys, though, one thing: the last Fast and Furious movie was too out there for me. Let's say the car was in space. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, it's family. I don't know. I get it. It's Fast and the Furious, man. It's like a cash cow IP now that they use to make a lot of money, which is fine. Is what it is. But I like cars too, so you know. I just think Vin Diesel's getting a little old for this, so to be honest. Finish this tea, though. Oh, I have to finish it. All right, guys. So, anywho, I guess let's wrap up, guys. Anything you guys want to throw in before we get out of here? By the way, thank you to all the people who tuned in, came through, hung out with the stream, heard my nonsense, and hopefully I get you guys to join the Patreon and help this grows, because I'd like to focus less on try to do like viral videos or trying to get something that goes on fire. I much rather, and I've come to my realization, I much rather have a small group that support what I'm doing instead of looking for a big group with just like complete chaos that it's really not there. And I think we have something great that's here, and we could do it where everyone kind of profit and benefit or gain something that's kind of cool, whether it's information or help with your own channel or winning big prizes or winning cool stuff. So definitely go and jump on that best man tier. I think it's really dope. Patreon.com/clutchfirst. The links is in the description. Last thing I'll pull up here. I'm looking at a pic for this movie. The Dale Gilling? Did I say that right? Dale Gilling? Dale Gilling? Oh. Limited and 3 dudes on a bike. Sounds gay. If all 3 of them on the bike together, I don't know. That's kind of suspect, man. I'm walking straight past that garage and not even looking. I don't even care what bike they're on. It could have been a Ducati. I'm like, why is 3 of you all on that bike? I have at least Fast and the Furious and still need to watch it. Okay. Oh, you haven't seen the last Fast and the Furious. Okay, that's what you're on here. Oh, no, I'm sorry for spoilers. Oh, my God. He's giving spoilers. Okay. Check out Kino's Journey anime about motorcycles rider visiting different countries and cities. Okay. I'm going to give that a shot. Nizoni, please hit me up so we can schedule you in, so we can sit down, so you can talk motorcycles, anime, games, either the following week or this coming Sunday. I would love to have you on, please. That'd be kind of cool. So we got here. There are 2 versions of the series. Okay. Let's see here. I guess he laughed at my dumb joke. Don't laugh at my dumb jokes, man. I like anime. I'll check it out. Thanks for the suggestion. Listen, man, if anybody's watching this, you like my dumb humor, you like the bikes that I like, go watch Akira and go watch my video how I started riding. I make a lot of reference to Akira and I kind of show a lot of the clips. Actually, that's the first video on my Patreon page telling you about who I am. Watch it. Trust me, you will not regret it. You're going to love Akira. You're going to have a lot of questions. When I watched this, some stuff I never picked up, some stuff I didn't understand and stuff. I was in school and stuff like that. And then I watched it, I'm like, oh my God, that's what this is. Oh, this is how things kind of fit in. I think it's amazing, amazing anime, by the way. Ninja scrolls, love that too. Oh yeah, I would walk past that garage ASAP, man. 3 guys sitting on one bike. No siree, Bob. All right, no problem. And yes, I love Akira, my favorite. I love Akira. Oh my god. All right, guys, thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys hanging out with me on the live stream tonight. Hopefully it wasn't too much of a burden talking a lot about Patreon and stuff, but as I mentioned, guys, I'd really appreciate it. I'd really like to do certain things this year, and I think it's definitely going to help to kind of propel things moving forward. I'll catch you guys next Sunday. Hopefully we can get Nizoni on, actually. So really, really excited. Thank you all. Have a good night, guys. You enjoy your night. Again, thank you for everything. Hopefully we'll see you on Patreon. By the way, I will be doing exclusive posts, exclusive behind the scenes, how I do certain things, how I position my cameras, how I do my install videos. So many information. I think I'm just not going to put them on YouTube because those are not going to get a lot of views. But if you're looking for those values, you want to learn how to do those things, then those are valuable stuff to you as well. All right, guys. You all have a good night. Peace. Thank you. Again, always appreciate every single thing that you guys do, whether it's shop. Really, really cool. Thank you all. And welcome to 2023. Very excited for what we're going to do. All right. Later.